Hello, everyone. So we're finally here. I predicted in 2019, that they would leave the royal family. They would do a Netflix thing, which would be rubbish, that she would re-Instagram herself. 2019. And now we're here. Now we are here. And we're going to look into it. We're going to look into the royal family's reaction to all of this. Now, the royal family is also part of an institution. So we're going to have a look at the men in grey suits reaction to this. We're also going to have a look into the general vibe of the royal family and take it from there. Of course, there was a article, I think it was in The Sun, which is a tabloid here in the UK. You'll probably be aware of it. And The Sun basically said, like, they're using their kids, they're using their titles. And it was the front page, and that was today. So I thought, let us look and see how the actual functional monarchy is looking at it. So the men in grey suits, the state kind of that is involved with the monarchy, and we'll actually look at the overall vibes of the real royal family. So, and that's the energy really of His Majesty Camilla, Her Majesty even, the Prince and Princess of Wales. Because they are the head honchos. So let's put you back in. You popped out. We're going to start off with the men in grey suits and see how they are reacting to all of this. Now, if you're new here, I work in layers. I use colour cross spreads, and I work in a layer for one person, another layer for different tarot decks. So we're starting off with the men in grey suits. Let's have a look. How has all of this going down? What is the energy around the palace viewing the Markles? Show me. Show me cards. The Ace of Swords is in reverse. Oof. I know there's a lot of pressure. I know there's a lot of people who are like, why isn't King Charles doing anything? Why isn't the palace doing anything? I think they really want to. This is a very bad idea. A very bad idea by Megsy and her dumb husband. This is a really bad idea. The Ace of Swords is in reverse. They're wanting to cut them off. The Ace of Swords in reverse could also indicate that they believe Harry and Megsy are trying to play some kind of three-dimensional mind game here. But they also believe that Harry and Meghan are doomed to fail, especially with the Ace of Swords in reverse at the start. What's crossing over is the King of Cups. The King of Cups would signify within the royal family, that would signify Prince William. William is Caesarean. Of course, you have got Prince Edward and Uncle Andrew are both water signs, as is the King. But when I'm reading on the royals, I would have the King come out as the Emperor. And when I'm just reading on like really the top of the line of succession. So I feel like William has got quite a lot of say in what is going to be coming up, because he is very concerned about this. So William's come out straight away. William is very concerned about this. King of Cups. The World is in reverse. And we have got the Two of Swords there. The World in reverse above. The monarchy isn't very happy about this, like as in the people who work for the monarchy. The World in reverse. They are thinking this is going to be some really bad outcomes from all of this. Really bad outcomes. The monarchy is like looking at it and just saying they are just keeping repeatedly shooting themselves in the foot. Something is going on. They're weighing something up at the minute. There is some talk here. The Ten of Pentacles there is, they've actually, believe it or not, they've actually been focusing on just running the monarchy, keeping the family safe. They weren't too bothered about what was coming out of California. But there has been a vibe shift. There has been a vibe shift. And they do have the palace's attention with all of this stuff that's going on. It's gone from grey rocking to noticing. And from noticing to actively thinking about. And from actively thinking about, there'll be some very serious discussions, I would imagine. The Queen of Pentacles is in reverse here. Okay. William and Catherine are coming out very strongly in this reading so far. I feel like they are concerned for any more attacks on Catherine or anything else coming towards Catherine. Catherine is a Capricorn, so she would come out of Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Or upright, she would come out as Queen of Pentacles. They are trying to be quite protective of Catherine. William has probably been trying to be very attentive of Catherine because everything that the royals do, they get criticism for. I mean, they get ripped apart. I mean, they turned up at a crisp factory and somebody would probably say, oh, this is an offense against people who don't like seed oil. And you know what I mean? They're just constantly got at, man. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is some concerns around Catherine. There's also this energy thinking that with the vibe, they know that Megsy wants to take Catherine's popularity, Catherine's status, Catherine's likability. We have got here what's surrounding. We have got two things that's surrounding. We have got the Knight of Cups. There might be some concerns there for the younger Wales's children. But this could also, because that usually comes out as Page of Cups for me, but this is also with the they're just thinking that Megsy is an influencer and it's just a lot of fluff. They are also concerned about maybe potentially they don't want to be seen as being bitter and raining down on someone's parade. So they want to just kind of keep it nicey-nicey. I don't think they are bothered too much about Meghan. I think they know she hasn't got a lot, and I think the monarchy does have a lot on Meghan, like a lot on Meghan, like stuff that won't come out for 10 years on Meghan. The press will have loads on Meghan. Look how long they kept all that Prince Andrew and Island Boy stuff. That photo that was taken of them walking in a park was almost like 10 years. It took 10 years for that to come out, walking in the New York park. And you know the damage that did. They are very aware of Harry at the minute. King of Pentacles. Of course, this could actually be the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. I'm just crossing myself before I say his name, just in case he appears. Keir Starmer is a Virgo. I think he's Virgo. Yeah, he's a Virgo. So he would come out as King of Pentacles. So maybe there is some discussion with him. I might pull a few more cards about that at the end of the reading. See what Starmer thinks of it all. They just want people they just want them to go away and they just want them to stop triangulating themselves with the monarchy and just go away. Just go away. They just want a little bit of a, you know. And the men in grey suits are just like, just get over it, man. There's going to be something coming out, almost like a little bit of a clapback. Something is going to come out around the time of Trooping the Colour. there's going to be more noise about something around the time of tripping the colour. 6 of Wands there. The thing is, the royals know, and the men in grey suits know, that they have got the very things that Harry hasn't got. You've got the armed services, and all of the royals are linked to armed services over in the UK. And Harry hasn't got that. And with the new head of Department of Defense in America, I don't even think he would get a kind of like, oh, come along and just watch the troops parade type thing. They're going to get nasty. I feel like with this energy, the palace is aware that they are going to try and come for Catherine again. They know that they're going to come for William. William is very concerned about this, and the world in reverse above. Okay. Right. Now, this is the real tea. This is where it's potentially going to get a little bit more, a little less subdued. What does the family think? What does the king, what's the overall energy without going too much into it? They are waiting and watching. They are like, oh, ha, ha. Come on then. They've learned. They know the patterns. They know everything. They know more. They're just waiting for something. Of course, the general energy is that the royals are all about service. Yeah, I remember when Megsy was like, service is universal, but the royals are all about this. And that in reverse there, that in reverse, that upright there, will just say that they're just keeping, unfortunately, at the minute, the energies keep calm and carry on, but that can change. Let's see what's crossing over. I mean, trust me, I want them off the line of succession. They can call themselves anything that they want to, but it's the line of succession that's where the power is, or well, the perceived power, the soft power is, and that's really the loophole there. We have got the 7 of Swords crossing over. What have the Markles been up to? Because the monarchy, the royal family, is very aware of information that comes from, I would say, the intelligence services. They're aware of some other actor involvement with the Markles. They're aware of deliberate undermining. Now, from what I've read, the monarch, from my understanding, from reading a few books on it, the monarch is briefed by the head of the intelligence services and also the prime minister of whoever it is at the time of intelligence briefings. The men in grey suits aren't always aware of what is going on. Not all of them. Not all of them, and a lot of them will have, yeah. So there is things are a little bit fractured, and I think that's for safety, to be honest, from my understanding, from what the stuff I've read anyway. They want them to go away, but they can't get rid of them just yet. They have definitely been aware, and that ties in with William going to the Emperor stuff. They're definitely aware of Megsy trying to kind of co-opt not only Catherine's personality, Diana's personality, and of course Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth's personality as well. She's trying to bring all of those elements in so that the monarchy is very aware. On the outside, with the Empress there, the monarchy is just going to keep on monarchying. They are trying to, not trying, but they want to be more open, more friendly, more nurturing. They aren't necessarily wanting to have what would basically be beef between people online. Can you remember? I'm going to release the receipts, and it's a member of the royal family. I mean, it's bad enough when politicians start acting like some kind of numpty on social media. Never mind the monarchy. I mean, that would just be complete chaos. But there are going to be plenty of receipts dropped about Megxie and Harry. But the real tea will come out sooner or later, because if the intelligence services have got something, and it does look like they do, and the monarchy are just wait for it. Patience is a virtue. Also, King Charles is a Scorpio. It's something very much to do with Harry. They're very displeased with Harry. He's Knight of Pentacles in reverse. He's a Virgo, so he'd come out as the Knight of Pentacles. Very displeased with Harry. Really displeased with Harry. Harry, what have you done? Right, there is going to be some serious gaslighting coming up from Megxie. Yeah, let me pull all of this. There's a door closed. The door is closed for them. The outcome is a door closed. There is going to be a further door closed with regards to Harry and Megxie. There is going to be, with the Seven of Cups in reverse, some serious gaslighting going on, coming from Monty Shitshow, and that will be around the monarchy accusations. There'll be puff pieces galore. A few weeks ago, I told you to grab your sick bags and buckle up, because we're going to have like a lot of puff pieces, like death by puff pieces. And this is where we're at right now. We're going through this kind of puff piece sludge, and it's going to keep coming, guys. It's going to keep coming. We've got loads of stuff coming with it. It's interesting though that the monarchy is very aware of something. They're onto something. They're holding onto something. I don't feel like Harry and Megxie are aware that the monarchy know about this, that potentially the government and the security services know about this, but they are. Now but they do. What's surrounding is the Knight of Wands. So they just think Megxie is all ego. Oh, look at me, because Megxie is a Leo, and she would come out as Wands. It's interesting that they don't think she's. They think it's aggressive, a bit aggressive self-promotion rather than anything else. And here with the Page of Swords, there's a lot of stuff being said online. Pro and anti, for and this, rumours and gossip. And the monarchy is becoming a little bit more aware of a few things and some themes. The Page of Swords. The Nine of Wands here is just like, why do we have to keep doing this? Why do we have to? What is going on? Why are they just keeping going on and on? Oh, just go away. The whole thing. The Eight of Cups is in reverse. The monarchy can't walk away. They just want. Why aren't they walking away? They've said all of their pieces so many times. And the Two of Wands, the door shut. Slamming that door in the faces again. Okay. Now I'm going to use the Barbara Walker Tarot to pull Keir Starmer's energy. I've never used this for anyone else before, I don't think. Maybe once, maybe twice. But I've been using this tarot since 2019 to read on Megxie. Now, in my humble opinion, energetically, Starmer is pretty damn evil. I said that before he was elected. I haven't changed my tune. I haven't flip-flopped. I haven't done anything. I do not like him. If you thought Jeremy Corbyn was bad, this guy is worse, because he hides what he is. Deep, deep down. I think he even hides it from himself. I can't begin. Anyway, enough about that. I can't begin to explain it. I haven't got the words for it. I'm gonna have to sit and think of it to be able to describe what I see and what I feel. I really haven't got the words for it at the minute, but I will. One day I will. try to sum everything up for you. It's not good. And out of all the world leaders at the moment, I know we've got Kim Jong-un, and there's all kinds of stuff happening with Ukraine and Russia and the Middle East and all of those things. He's the one who scares me the most, and that's not just because I live in Britain. So, is because we've had a King of Pentacles pop on out. Let's have a look. Where's Starmer in all of this? Is it even factoring? It would be quite a quick win for Starmer to remove them from the royal family. It would be quite a quick win. In a popularity thing, it would certainly make a few people warm to him. But at the minute, he's banging on about potholes. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Starmer, where's Starmer with Megsy? Okay, 9 of Wands. He's on the defensive. Interesting. I did a thread. There's a lot of. I did a thread on X. It's somewhere on. I'll find it. I'll repost it underneath somewhere. But there's a lot of Labour politicians who. There's a lot of Labour politicians who have openly supported Harry and Megsy. They've signed letters, they've spoken out, they've been on TV shows, they've made comments, and some of them are quite high up. We've got Yvonne Cooper, who's basically in charge of the police, or Yvette Cooper, I can't remember her name. And you've got Angela Rayner, who's Deputy Prime Minister, which is basically just, it's basically Keir's shadow, but she's got no real power. And then, of course, you've got David Lammy as well, has a little bit, but there's been quite a few people on the Labour Party who are staunch Sussex squad. You've got people like Diane Abbott, and there's another lady, and I forget her name, Dawn Butler. All of them are like really pro Sussex, and these are the ones who came out and organised the campaigning for the Democrats in America as well. And the Democrats are all, do you see how it all connects? Yeah. Okay. Right. So he's on the defensive. I wonder if that defensive thing, when it comes to the Sussexes, the Markles, is something to do with all of that. That's why I'm saying that. Let me have a look. I'm not going to pull too many for Starmer. The 6 of Pentacles in reverse at the minute. At the moment, Keir Starmer is cutting aid to old age pensioners, severely disabled people. Children's cancer hospitals are getting taxed. I mean, it's just the farmers. It's just ridiculous. And he is taking stuff back. If Harry and Megsy have got any money or funding or whatever, then he would take it. He might take that. What's interesting is what came out about Harry's visa. If he is not paying tax, and he is a British citizen still, but he's on this like magic visa in the US. If he's not paying tax in the US, then where's he paying tax? If he's on a A1 visa, he technically should be paying tax in the UK. Very interesting. I think Megsy's got all of that business tied up, and he doesn't even know it. But that's a different story. So yeah, the 6 of Pentacles is in reverse there. The King of Cups is in reverse above. Okay. And the Moon underneath. I am telling you, this guy is hopeless. He wants to be divisive. He's trying to set the monarchy up to fail. The Prince of Swords is in reverse. Starmer doesn't like William. Why doesn't he like William? And the Moon card underneath, that could be a Pisces. That could be him saying you've got to do something with Andrew first, because Andrew is a Pisces. However, I feel like there's hidden depths here. They're more involved. The problem with Starmer is his Labour parties, or some of his Labour Party MPs, are more involved in the Markles than he would care to admit. The Prince of Cups is in reverse. I feel like Starmer's just going to, he's just going to write it off as kind of like she's just an Instagrammer. He's not willing to receive all of the information. There's the moon again. I've got 2 tarot decks basically merged into one for this, because I lost a couple of cards. He just wants them to walk away and shut up. 7 of Swords. Starmer, how involved is some of your MPs or some of your party or some of your staff with the Harkles? Because this energy isn't it. This energy isn't somebody who's not bothered. This energy isn't somebody who's just sees them on a spreadsheet and isn't bothered. This energy is a plot. Energy is coordination, whatever. He's not receptive to hearing something about it. We have got the moon surrounding him. This is something very murky and weird with all of this. Very. He wants the easy option. He just wants Harry and Megxi just to walk away from the line of succession and all that. He just wants them to go away. He is not going to turn around and say, he's not going to throw them under the bus. He might make a comment about an influencer, but there might be something in a paper which say sources close to number 10 or something, where it's just kind of like saying, we wish them luck, but you might get comment on it, but it's just going to be given that the impression that for now, at least, Meghan and Harry are just influencers. A little embarrassing. He wants them to go away in their current incarnation. The 7 of Swords, though, we've got the 7 of Swords crossing over as well. I feel like there is going to be a little bit of an expose. It's probably going to come from the United States. I'm just going to be really honestly with you. I would suggest might have something more to do with the USAID. It might have something more to do with the Bidens. There's something there, because there's the links between the Democrats and the UK Labour Party. And there's links between some of the activists within the Labour Party and people who speak out for Meghan on the TV. So you've got MP Dawn Butler, who is friends with Dr. Shola, who is also friends with, who both of them are friends with, get this, Marlene Headley. Remember Ngozi Fulani, who tried to take down and cause a stink about Lady Hussey? And of course, all of those are all their photographer, and who's done their portraits and who's shared posts with them on Instagram and all of this stuff is the weird photographer with the 5 head, Nissan Kariman. Nidagoa. And then, so they're all linked. And then you've got other members of the Labour Party bringing up stuff in historic stuff, not very recent stuff in Parliament. And then you've also got stuff like they've written articles or appeared on TV shows as talking heads where they've defended Harry and Megxi. Honestly, guys, I'm telling you, there's something with this. I wasn't even going to look into Starmer until he came up on the table. Ugh. I'm going to go and use some sage now. I'm trying a day where I avoid directly talking about a narcissist's energy. I didn't want to really go into see what Megxi's doing or see what Harry's doing. I was just like, let's keep it calm. And boom, Starmer appears like a really crap Pokemon. But there we go. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. It's a little bit more of a deep dive. I am not surprised that Starmer doesn't like William, because William is basically one of the good guys. And they kind of, I'm not surprised. Because Starmer's just not a nice person, really, to be honest. In my opinion, allegedly, whatever. Anyway, guys, Lots of love to you. I will see you really soon for some more readings and stuff. There will be a live stream either Wednesday or Thursday, so look out for that. And take care, everybody. Be happy.